And this is the spaghetti squash that I'm going to be using. And so you're going to scrape out the seeds. Again, use a normal spoon. That's usually the easiest way to do it. And then I've already baked this because it takes a while to bake. It takes like 45 minutes to bake. But you cut it and put them on the baking sheet. You just put them face down like this. And I use foil just because I hate washing these suckers. Now I'm going to get started actually cooking the sauce and the meat. And I just realized we have a chef, at least one chef in here, and so I just got really nervous because he's such a chef. So, crap. So this is gonna brown. Now while I'm doing that, I'm going to use this pot over here, start making the sauce, and put my onions, bell pepper, garlic, and that's really all I have here, and I've already chopped it up for us fresh. So I'm going to go ahead and season the turkey up. I've got onion salt, I've got seasoned pepper, I've got a blend of Italian seasoning, which is convenient, but basically I've done it before with just oregano and basil and garlic. And then afterwards I add a little bit of sea salt. Sea salt's always better than normal salt. So this is what the squash looks like. So it does brown a little bit, which is probably, this one's probably browned actually because I almost burnt it. So you're going to take the spaghetti squash and you just go like this. Make sure you let this cool after you pull it out of the oven. See, it's still steaming, it's still pretty hot. It's just cool enough that I can actually hold this without scalding my hand. And I've made that mistake before too, so don't wait until it's like midnight and you're starving to death and you make a spaghetti squash and you don't have time to let it cool. So sometimes I go ahead and season the squash before I add the sauce and everything too, just to make sure there's a lot of flavor. I like a lot of flavor. This is a can of tomato paste. So just tomato paste, like 60 cents at the store. And I'm putting it with my vegetables. You can also put a can of diced tomatoes in there as well. I'm sorry? Puree? Yeah, what you want to do is make sure anything that you buy too, that you look at the ingredients and make sure it's just super simple. Like this just says ingredients, tomato pulp. I like the consistency that this gives. It thickens it up a little bit because the onion blend expels a lot of water, and like I said, the squash does too. So when I mix it in there, because this is already a little thicker, it doesn't get quite as watery. Vegetables, and it's really chunky. You can add a little bit of water. If you have followed me on Instagram or on Facebook, or you talked to me about food before, you'll know that I don't really follow recipes, so I just throw a bunch of stuff together and try it here and this, like this. I would normally just be like, oh, it needs a little something, you know, and that's what you have to do. Nothing is ever perfect. I'm going to keep the meat and the sauce separate just for tonight, but normally I would go ahead and mix it all up. And the good thing about this too is it keeps forever.